wrote his life story in a book. His own words help us understand how we became such a great American.
We will tell you about only a few of the things he did, because if we told you everything he did, we will be here a long, long time.
Someday you should read Ben Franklin's autobiography yourself and read about his life in his own words.
But now we will tell you what we know about the young boy named Ben.
A thought is like a kite, I think. Kites are made out of paper, string, and wood. Nothing that flies on its own. But put the ingredients together and they fly. I am a thinker. I like to fly my thoughts just like a kite. I think about one ordinary thing and another ordinary thing. Then I keep them in my head and try to combine them and see if things will fly. When I was young, I read a book called The Art of Thinking. I think thinking is one of the best things to think about.
I learned to swim from reading a book. I grew up in Boston, which is on one side of the Atlantic Ocean. I love to be near the sea. I wanted to be a sailor once I grew up. I thought swimming would be good to learn, so I taught myself. I read about the different strokes.
Back, side, crawl, off.
I love to argue. I love to win arguments. I spent a lot of time reading books which helped me win arguments. They taught me how to use logic to win a debate. I learned to never use words like for sure and without a doubt it's true. I never said I was 100% certain. Instead, I said if I am not mistaken, I actually think it's possible. I practice my new speaking skills. I think girls should be educated just like boys.
Girls belong in the kitchen.
I should think that kitchen work could be done by boys and girls.
Girls are not as smart as boys. Their education will be wasted.
If I'm not mistaken, girls are just as smart as boys. I've met girls who read and write and boys who read and write. Well, I have also met girls who do not care to read and write. I have also met boys who do not care to read and write.
So why bother if girls don't care to read and write?
I believe I said some do and some don't. Why not allow those who do the chance to learn?
Schooling is for males only. It always has been so, and it should always be so.
I should think in a new country like America, there might be new ways of doing things. I believe new and better ways will make us a better place, if I'm not mistaken.
I learned how to write the way I learned many things, by reading a book about it. I wanted to be a good writer, so I wrote good writing. When I found a sentence that thought was beautiful, I would close the book. Then I would take out paper and my quill pen and try to write the sentence without looking. Then I would check back to see what mistakes I made and try again. Sometimes I would even improve the sentence. I wrote some sea songs that were especially hard because the words had to rhyme all the time. And when I sold the songs, I only made a dime.
But then I went to work for my brother who printed a newspaper. I would help set the big blocks of wood that printed the paper. I would stand at the corner and sell the newspaper.
Get your newspaper, the New England Current. Best stories around. Get your newspaper.
I wanted to write for the paper, but my brother didn't think I was smart enough. So what I did was this. At night, when everyone else was asleep, I wrote articles for the newspaper. I wrote them as if I was a woman were writing them. I named this woman Silence Judith. I wrote about how she thought the world should be. Then in the morning, before my brother arrived at the newspaper, I would stick a story under his door.
He read the stories by Silence Dogood and thought they were good enough to print in the paper.
He printed 14 in all.
Get the New England Current. New story by Silence Dogood. I'll buy that paper. I like reading the stories of Silas Douglas. She is a fine writer, and it's nice to hear a woman's point of view for a change. I read at an early age. My sister says I was 5. All I know is I don't remember ever not reading. Everything I learned from books. Everything I accomplished when I was young was because of books. Every story we've told you so far happened before I was 17 years old, all because of books. When he was older, Benjamin Franklin created the first circulating library in the country. Now there are libraries everywhere, and in those libraries, all across the country, you will find
The